Hi there, my name's John, and I'm going to share this little video with you about my motorhome and what we've been up to really during this horrendous lockdown. But I decided that we were going to do a little bit of work to it. I was running a supply and fitting service for solar panels and batteries, etc. Before the lockdown, and really it became pretty much impossible to carry on doing it, so I've packed that in, and I've now officially retired. So we're going to just run through some of the little improvements that I'm making to this motorhome. We've not much else to do but spend money and make it look better. So to begin with, I realised that the ceiling in this van was getting a very tatty. The little joining strips that covered the joins in the wallboard were looking very tired, and so I decided that I would put some wallpaper up there and make it look like the night sky. So I've had a go at that, and as you can probably see, I've got the constellation of the Milky Way in a frieze, which I have now put up, and it's been a very difficult job to do, because the wallpaper, once it's wet, becomes quite fragile, and putting it up actually on the ceiling is not a job for the faint-hearted. So it's not a perfect job, but it has pretty much hidden all the nasty cracks and things, and I think it although it brings the ceiling down a little bit, it does actually make it feel a little bit more cozy in here, and we will get used to it. I also changed the lights. We had some some standard ceiling lights, and I don't know if I can actually show you this, but these are just little touch lights. Touch it once and it gives you a blue light, touch it twice and you get a white light, which I thought was pretty decent really, and then touch it again and it goes off. So here we are. That's the inside so far. I've also ordered some LED lights to go inside the high-key roof vent, so I'm just waiting for those to arrive, maybe tonight. They're due to arrive, and I'll get them fitted later on. So now what I'll do is go through some of the other improvements that we've recently made. We actually put up a microwave oven in here, which is a pretty useful thing. I also fitted some LED lights concealed up above the units, and we've upgraded the battery system in here so that we've got a 200-watt solar panel on the roof. So we've upgraded the battery system here. We've got a 200-watt solar panel on top, which gives us a good amount of power to top up the batteries. Obviously in the winter it's always a little bit disappointing. I've got 250 amp hour AMG Lucas batteries under the seat here, and that really keeps us going for a good 3 days without needing to have any kind of hookup or anything like that. Okay, so the other thing that we've done is, I've decided to do, is to repaint the outside of the van. Now the old decals were looking a little bit tired. It's 15 years old now, this van. It's a Luna Roadstar, and although when we bought it, it was all in very good condition. I mean, we've had it for 4 years now, and I noticed that the decals were looking a bit tired. So it is quite a big step to strip them all off. And then you kind of think that you're just going to polish it up and put some new decals on, but that's far from reality. The fact is that once you've taken these decals off, it leaves a mark where, you know, the fiberglass hasn't been affected, and the rest of it you really cannot polish up to hide it entirely. So at first I decided that I would just repaint it with a roller in a sort of a light grey colour. I thought about doing it white, but I thought, well, let's just you know, sort of up the game a bit and make it look a bit more modern. And you know, it would have been almost impossible to get the same white paint as the rest of the van is. So I decided to go a light or mid grey colour. I phoned around a number of companies. Well, first of all, I looked at this roller painting. There's about 300 quid worth of paint involved if you want to do it with the right stuff that will sit nicely on fiberglass. That's one thing. You also need to have a satisfactory temperature, because if it's too cold, it doesn't go off. You'll end up with an orange peel, and it's very difficult for rollering. You've got to start and finish pretty much in that same operation. So I looked at vinyl wrapping, phoned a few companies up. The prices varied from a mere £750 plus the VAT to £4,000 plus the VAT, and you know, it's a bit of a minefield really. A lot of people say to you, well, you know, if you vinyl wrap it, then it's susceptible to scratching and stuff like that. If we decided to paint it or respray it professionally, the amount of time involved in all the masking up and the preparation is pretty horrendous, and you'd easily be looking at two and a half, £3,000 to respray this van. So I've come back to the vinyl wrapping idea. I've got a company in Portsmouth here who have looked at it, and because we're only going to be covering the flat parts of the body, and I've actually taken out most of the lockers and stuff like that and prepared them so that there's a minimal amount of cutting out around edges and things. He's prepared to do it for £750 plus the VAT, so that's 900 quid to recover the outside, or the flat sides, both sides and the back of the van. So we're going to have a crack at that, and I've already started off. I've resprayed all the door frames in such a way as to, when they fit this vinyl, they can cut up to the door frame and it will not notice. And then on the other side, I've managed to actually remove the lockers and spray them off the van, which has been a much better solution. However, on the door frame and one of the large lockers, it was impossible to remove them because they'd been bonded into place, and it would have caused more damage than enough to take them out. But anyway, so we'll go around the outside of the van in a minute and show you what I've done so far, and then it's due to go in on Tuesday to have this wrapping done. So we're going to have a crack at that, and hopefully I'll show you a few photographs or video of the work being done. So there we are. I'm going to show you what I've done so far, and then in time we'll do some other videos and I'll show you with a bit more detail what I've actually done in this van since we bought it to improve it. You know, for instance, I've fitted an aircon unit, I've fitted a satellite dish, automatic satellite dish, and I've also recently fitted a tracker with TrueTrack. We'll talk a little bit about that. It's some parts of it are good, some parts of it are not so good, but anyway, it was a reasonable price. I've also well, at one stage I did fit a smart TV, only to find that within a few months the smart part of the TV didn't work anymore because it's been superseded. But I've since fitted a Roku streaming device to the TV, and I've also fitted a Wi-Fi system, with 4G Wi-Fi system in the van, and so I can run I can get internet TV through the Roku, which includes Netflix, BBC iPlayer, ITV Hub, etc, pretty much whatever I want. And if I want to subscribe to things like Disney Channel or to Discovery, as long as I'm prepared to pay, I can have it, and it works extremely well. There's not many places within the UK that I've found that I can't get internet TV. So the satellite dish is a little bit superfluous now. Certainly in the UK, it will come onto its own if we go to France or into Europe. And because I like to watch a bit of French telly, I'm weird like that, then I can put my module for Fransat in the back of my TV, and I can set my satellite onto the French satellite and watch French TV. So yeah, pretty much we could live in this van quite satisfactorily with all the mod cons that we could hope for. Right, that's all for now. I'm going to have a little walk outside now and show you what I've done to prepare this van for this wrapping, and we'll see you a bit later. Okay, so first thing that I did do with this was to remove the bike rack and the ladder, which was quite a task in itself really. Some of this stuff is fitted from the interior, and it's not easy. I recently replaced the two rear light clusters because they were looking a bit tatty and a little bit sad for themselves. So they cost about 80 quid to buy. So I've done that, and then around the door frames, I actually masked everything up and resprayed this in a dark grey. So the actual sides of the van, it's just going to be the parts that are flat, and that's going to be in a mid-grey. These windows just lift off. I've resprayed the fridge vents, and I've done all round the door frame, again masking up and then overspraying because they're going to cover that anyway, so this should be fine. So that's on this side, and then on the other side I've removed the flue cover. I've resprayed that, I have to put it back on, and then these units I actually managed to take out. I've ordered a new black hookup unit and also a new black water filler, and I took the gas locker door out and sprayed that separately, likewise with the toilet door. So that's all ready now to take down to the company who's going to wrap it, and I've also taken off the name that was on the front there, Road Star, and we're going to put a grey panel just on the front part so that it will match up and look decent. So there we are, that's the job so far. We'll do a little update when it's done again, when it's all finished, and so bye for now.